So let's move on then.
Yeah.
Well, talking about Arsene Wenger, let's talk about that. Of course, he's a French. You all are witnesses to what happened last week on Friday when the Paris attacks took place. 129 people killed, and there's always been a show of solidarity for the French all over the world. England, France came together to unite on that one. And for Arsene Wenger, well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that everybody is standing up to speak against terrorism. I don't know what your views are, Atayo, on this one.
Yeah, well, you have to understand Wenger's position in this. Like you said, it's French, and it was actually in Paris when it happened. So he's been having a lot to say about the situation, about how the country is very tolerant, and so perhaps it's time for them to actually step up the security and all that. And one important point he made was the fact that next year at the Euro 2016, it is very, very sure that security will be
real tight. Yeah,
it's going to be real tight. Yeah, he's tried to make it look like it's one of the good things that came out of this whole situation. I don't see anything
There's no
coming.
positive at all.
No positive at all. But we understand what he's trying to say. At the Euros next year, security will be really top-notch, and it's going to be very tight. And the fans can turn out and watch this particular games
without fear.
Without fear.
No, he mentioned something about Koscielny, that when he saw him, that he wasn't really himself. So he needs to actually talk to him to see if he can even play the game they will be playing against West Brom this weekend. So most of them are actually shocked by that incident.
Emotional times for the French, and hopefully they bounce back from this calamity real strong. And he also spoke about doping in football as well. So it's been about athletics and cycling, and no one seems to believe. Wants to believe that is doping in football, and that's one thing.
You don't really need that extra strength or so to speak to actually perform at that particular high level.
You need a great engine to play professional football. And sometimes, for example, Maradona in 1994 tested positive for every drink. So that's arguably the greatest player of all time, and for him to test positive, it shows you there's no doubt there might be other players out there actually doing juicing as well.
Let's just get to listen to Arsene Wenger, because I don't like the direction Tayo is going right now.
Come on.
Let's listen to Wenger.
All right, let's listen.
I was more under shock than fearful, because you could be scared what's going on, because it was 4 different places who were attacked in the center of Paris, so you don't feel secure anywhere. And I was late in my appointment, and was late to go to the stadium, so I decided to watch a game inside the hotel where I was. And in the end, in the hotel we were quite secure, but the streets were of course empty, completely empty. France is a tolerant society. Maybe if we were a bit too much tolerant and had not enough security worries, and certainly we have to raise the level. One of the good things to what happened now is that the security level will be raised, and maybe the 2016 Euro in France will be more secure. Look, I'm open to talk to the FA, of course. I just mean, you've seen that the doping problem suddenly turned up on track and field as well. We have a problem in cyclism, and think that we in football are just immune because we are football players is absolutely wrong. What I want is deeper tests, better tests, because what we test is is superficial. And what you want is to make sure that, and as well, when people are caught, that they are punished. You cannot say that, and that the clubs are punished as well, And we have to tackle these problems, and not to close our eyes, because it's a little bit, I think, not reasonable to think that just because we are football, we have no problems with it.
All right, Arsene Wenger, the manager of Arsenal, bearing his mind on the Paris attacks and what needs to be done to ensure that there's security and, of course, safety at match venues. So for Arsenal, well, a team that parades quite a lot of French stars. It will be interesting to see how they turn up for their next game. And yeah, they hope to get the 3 points. Don't forget, they're still in the title chase with Manchester City at the top. So we see how it all pans out in the course of the season for Arsenal. All right, let's talk about the Federation Cup final, which comes up this weekend, precisely on a Sunday. Lobi Stars will be taking on Aqua United at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. For both teams, well, it's time to really get something out of the season, win a trophy. And who knows how it's going to end. I don't know what Cecilia is already thinking about that one. And all smiles. I'm sure I guess you already have a winner in mind.
Austin Okonakwa is not here. So I definitely, he obviously wants Aqua United to win. Because when they escaped relegation, the celebration they had, it was massive. I mean, they were just celebrating and all that. But at the end of the day, they still need something to actually ensure that, yes, they can be in the continent next season. Yeah. And this is the Federation Cup, and this is something that they need. For me, I think Lobi Stars have been the team, this season for me, because the way they actually started, they were a bit slow. We felt, okay, with the way they played, they might go on relegation. At the end of it, they were able to move up and just stay on the log. My money is definitely on Lobi Stars. I wish they can just win it, because they've been in the final sometimes and they've not been able to get something out of it. Now, head-to-head record, of course, having them both, it's 1-1, losses 1-1, draw. And of course, for the league table at the end of the season, for Lobi Stars 14th, for Aqua 15th. So there's hardly anything to separate these two sides. So it's going to be tough on Sunday.
Yeah, surely, Cecilia. Like I said, Aqua United really had to wait till the last moment to survive in the Premier League, and that was very crucial for them to stay in the top flight. But then what a way it would be for them to actually round up the season with a trophy, with a proper trophy. And not
the Federation Cup, it can't get any bigger than that.
Exactly, in Nigeria, that's the biggest domestic trophy we have. And so I'm looking forward to that match, definitely. You're going for Lobi Stars. I think Aqua United have what it takes.
Okay, to actually get that one. And then the team also in action is Bayeso Queens, of course, Sunshine Queens. Sunshine Queens, the coach has been talking that they wouldn't want to be, twice unlucky. Remember last year, it was between them and Rivers Angels. Rivers Angels this time around, they will make it to the final. So they're playing Bayeso Queens, and they just want to see if they can actually nip that. That's still undone. We have to watch it for.
I'll definitely want them to win.
Okay. Sunshine Queens. Okay, yeah, that's your team.
Sunshine Stars.
Sunshine Stars, Sunshine
and
Queens.
Sunshine Queens say the same thing. By extension.
Sure. I think they really have an opportunity to do so now. Yeah. If they were unlucky last time out, that should be the motivating factor for them. But Bayeso Queens,
that's another top side.
That's another top side. They just might spoil the party.
I just see how it's going to end on that one. Well, yesterday was actually the press conference for this particular event coming up on Sunday. And for Lagos FA, they're ready. Nigerian Football Federation, they are also ready. Although all of us were actually waiting, when will it be? Finally, it's here. Let's just get to listen to them, what they have in store for the fans who want to come to the stadium that day.